A cab driver who Auburn police asked to take a drunk man home became a hate crime victim when the passenger viciously attacked him. Come before us, Joel Marino's live in Federal Way, where the victim says he was badly beaten. Joel?
Mary, there is a lot of concern that Auburn police may have inadvertently set this assault in motion. Now, the suspect was not acting violently when the officer called for the taxi, but that all changed when the driver pulled up to this neighborhood. Police have busted Jamie Larson 19 times over the years for offenses ranging from assault to domestic violence to drugs. Now Larson can add a hate crime to the list. Police say Larson insulted and then viciously beat a cab driver because he thought the man was Arab. The victim is actually Indian and a devout Sikh.
And there have been beatings, shootings, arsons, in some cases killings of people who are either Muslims themselves or were perceived to be Muslim.
Arsalan Bukhari says he's deeply troubled by this attack and others directed against Muslims and Arabs in general.
We're seeing a spike in these crimes, especially in the last year and most specifically in the last 2 months.
Auburn police first picked up Larson outside a Fred Meyer's store. Management told the officers Larson seemed drunk and wouldn't leave even after he fell into the parking lot bushes. Officers called a cab and the driver agreed to take Larson to his home in Federal Way. Court documents state that on the way, Larson made racial comments to the driver that were so bigoted we can't repeat them here. It got worse when the cab driver showed up at Larson's Federal Way home. The victim says Larson ripped part of his beard off his face and then punched him in the face and body repeatedly. Witnesses who saw the attack described it as savage. While Larson sits in jail awaiting his next court date, Bukhari is trying to set the record straight on who Muslims are and get people to speak out about the hate crimes and bias against them.
And they want to come forward and make sure that their neighbors know that these events are not relegated to Florida or California. They're happening right here in the state of Washington, Western Washington, Eastern.
Auburn police say they will sometimes call cabs for people as a courtesy. It's up to the officer's discretion, and they point out that the cabbie agreed to take this fare, and at the time, the suspect showed no signs of being a threat to others. Live here in Federal Way, Joel Marino, KOMO 4 News.